idea is really that in, especially the second discipline instructor course, which is where we have most participants, that each day can be a different experience where we look at not just a set of techniques, but a terrain and the experience that goes with it. We won't necessarily focus on all four in the actual workshop. We'll work a little bit more than with one, especially the one that's the guy with the bandana and the long hair and the 80s look. That's a guy that doesn't really like the slope necessarily, maybe like the off-piste or the bumps. Obviously you've got loads of that here. It works just fine. No, the idea is to see something a little bit different, and I think a lot of our Stellenboschers enjoy that aspect a lot. So we're focused mostly on that, but not only. So from now on, I would say just half the group go with Sam, the other half go with me. If there are more than one person from one nation, try to maybe split up between me and Sam, because it's probable that we won't say exactly the same thing. Actually, it's quite probable we'll do things differently, but the actual feel or the experience should be, you know, the same for the group. Is that good? Yeah. All good? Brilliant.
Talk about variation. Was that the last Intertele or Interski in Ushuaia?
Ushuaia.
Yeah. We were talking about variation a lot. I think in Ushuaia I wasn't there, but I did hear that they were talking about variations a lot. So we're just gonna start from there. 4 types. We're gonna ski with 2 of these 4 types in these 2 rounds. My first goal, or the goal, everything, on the top of everything, is that we can ski a lot. So, let's do that. We go a little bit down. I'd like that you go like in small groups of 3 in the back, Scotty till Pepe. Then we got another.
We got a switch.
Yeah, organize yourself. Talk quickly about. Have a quick chat between the nations how you call the turns by bending. Turns by bending means the cross under turns, mogul turns going into this direction. That's how we're going to see this whole afternoon, turning by bending. I'd like to know how you actually describe this kind of turn.
Traction extension.
Bending what?
Have a quick chat and then, or after the ski.
What do you mean?
How do you call these turns in your education programs?
Olis tää nyt alas kevennetty?
Niin se vähän siltä kuulostaa.
Finnish.
Trying to find the translation.
Yeah. Americans.
Well, maybe there's 3 or more, but crossover, cross under, pretty common language.
Yeah.
And then maybe one that's when we're skiing the steeps, something like that. It might not be cross under as much as it is staying over your feet and doing quick pivots.
Alright. Retraction extension in Australia. Bending and then retracting.
Anything from the anything
You can
found
also
out?
name it.
Tiefenblasen heißt es bei uns.
Ja.
Genau. Das ist für steiles Gelände, für Kugelpiste und so.
Abama, Belden Switch.
Alright, that's just to start with. First of all, what we're gonna show today is not like a new education style or not a new technical input that we put into our education. It should be like a very new, like this typology should be a new way of creating the education a bit differently. It's not like a model, it's not written down yet somewhere, it just should make our courses a bit more attractive. So we're trying to put these 4 types, what we're gonna put on WhatsApp as well. We're gonna put each day a new guy, like on the front side of our manual, and then on this day we start doing these forms, which are mainly for this type of skier. Is that clear? So if we're talking about the traditional guy, we probably would go out with our traditional shirts, probably would take a lure, would do lots of carving stuff, lots of maybe a little bit backcountry and maybe also mogul skiing. On the day when we do the park dude, we probably spend a bit of time on the jumps, probably do a box slide, trying to do that. And then we got the other ones, what I'm going to show you now. First one, the freedom seeker, we call him. We haven't set the right words yet, so we're still very open-minded for your inputs at the end. How you would call your type of telemarkers, probably in your country, would be interesting. The first would be the freedom seeker, the individualist, the guy who probably doesn't come into our lessons because he wants to be by himself. Moguls. We would do a lot of moguls, turning by extending, having fun. Ski in a group of 3 behind each other. Try to stay in the shade, like simultaneously turning and not in a line skiing. And we do this on the edge of the slope. So we want to be a bit off-piste as much as we can here in the area. So we're going off-piste one turn, and the other one will be back on the slope. Nice buddy. So we're doing a lot of free riding, a lot of out of boundary stuff. Explore the free rider. That's why he probably is wearing a headband on our little picture. It should just create a big variation for this type of movements. That would be the goal on this day. Of course, we got a big variation of movements when we do the park thing as well. On the traditional guy, we probably would do much more like exact and precise skiing. For example, let's do carving turns with very specific movements in which part of the turns. But on this day would be just the most fun out of it, probably for everyone. Then that's also probably connected to like a lunch up in a hut somewhere or outside where nobody else is. So we're trying to create a full program around our education days.
Okay, I'll take it.
I would like to know out of your countries or out of the places where you guys live, what type of telemark?
And to get them to the lesson if possible, they know everything, they don't need to know nothing new, you know? So the other group of people are just, you know, older, wiser, they will just want to change gear and see if it works for them. And those people most likely will ask you what to do, what is the proper way of changing the lead.
Do you think it's different from East Coast to the
Absolutely. Yeah, they have it in mind already. So they want to be free, they want to be fun with everybody, their friends. They have their own style. They tell me what to do. I don't know. I'm born in person. I don't know. I'm trying to contribute. But looking at the mountain, you see if there are 5 people with on telemark versus thousands online. It doesn't die. That's good, right? It doesn't grow. I'm not sure. I'm trying to support this industry, but it doesn't look like it goes too fast.
So we don't want to create any types out to it. The types are already set, the mind setting is already made when they're coming into the courses, but we still try to cover all the almost the disciplines of telemarketing in these 4 different days before we do like the exam day or we do presentation day, whatever. So we're going all through these 4 types of telemarketers, putting all our technical stuff into these days, make it a bit more fun, maybe a little bit more attractive than a normal education program would run, because we already are a little bit of side education of Swiss snow sports as a telemarketer. And yeah, it shouldn't influence the but it should give them a good way of being a different role. Maybe on one day they're probably really good in side skiing, and the other day by car and freestyle, but it's good to put them into this role once. That's probably what you guys were saying, role change, and probably helps a little bit. That's probably a little output of this. Traditional one would be the wild one, the freedom seeker one. Yeah. And then we got the park dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the freestyler, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we got the performer, the slope orientated racing type.
Yeah.
needed this for the brakes. So.
Just to finish the typology of telemarkers a bit up, I would like to invite you to fill out the Survey Monkey for the guys who haven't done it yet. We just want to collect some numbers, start being in the science of telemarketing. Now we just want to collect as much information as we can. Send it around maybe to other telemarketers if you
Send it home to the telemarketers in Australia.
exactly maybe to your education guys, not to non-telemarketers. We probably will follow up with a different one where we can also ask alpine skiers why you haven't tried telemark yet, or why, or what do you think about telemarketers. Have a look from the outside of telemarketers is always interesting. So we want to go a bit more into that.
But just
this
to make sure, telemarketers in general, not only
At the moment,
instructors,
with
but
this,
but not only instructors, but telemarketers in whoever skis tele.
Das führt, dass wir es nicht einfach so diese Unterschiede machen. Das habe ich vorher gesagt.
with dedication.
How do you get the result?
Aber nicht einfach jedes Telemark, oder?
The results, not to every telemarks we want to have like the leading
Okay.
telemarkers at the
Yeah,
moment.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
For more general
Yeah.
population, but then
All
we
right.
get a clearer picture of what leading telemarketers think. I think it gives us more interesting.
I got you.
That's clear.
The question, are you going to see the results? Yes, you will see the results
Thank you.
in 4 years' time. No, hopefully.
Join our lecture next Interski in
We need
Levi.
a little bit of time to make something out of it. So we're not that paid well that we can sit for hours and hours and days in front of the computer and have a look what's actually could do with us, or how we should adapt our systems to it. But we are sure that we're going to send it to you someday.
In-depth interviews.
No, we definitely want to share this. It's not like we're using it and then nobody can see it. That's not the point.
I want to say we are such interesting what's the outcome
Yeah.
of that. So
Yeah.
we're really interested and thanks.
Or we can also send you the numbers, you know, that would be already
Yeah,
for
just
you
the
to
numbers
see.
what you see. Yeah, that's for sure. That wouldn't be a problem. That wouldn't take long.
Fred has another little.
I mean, yeah,
Boy,
just
boy.
to conclude, we looked a little bit, and obviously we discussed more generally, but we looked a little bit at how making our courses more attractive by making them experiences where we're really focusing on the things that, or the types of forms of skiing that we aspire to, or people aspire to. We don't really just aspire to in a basic telemark position, but we want to get away from the slopes, for instance, or you want to do perhaps like some carving, or you want to do a short climb. So we're really trying to get 4 types and 4 days in our instructor courses where we work on the whole thing and look at methodological aspects or teaching aspects within this day. What we didn't discuss so much is the stuff that we have discussed in the past in Ushuaia, but I think it's still important that apart from this openness in the way we teach, there's a fairly clear technical model that underpins what we do. And one thing that I think is worth mentioning is that we look at the telemark position, and the ability to make a telemark position actually is because we can move, we've got one more turning point down here, we can move one part of our body more, which is here where the toes are, or the ball of the foot. And so we looked at 4 criteria that I think are important to come back to. I didn't talk at all about it till now, but typically when we do like a mogul turn or like a turn like we did just now, we always get back to this telemark position between these 2. So what are these 4 criteria of a good telemark position? The first one is the length of the step that we think is important. So the distance that separates the front from the back foot as you're in a telemark position should be at least 1 length of a ski boot, or a telemark boot in this case, right? Now this is the first aspect. The second aspect is spreading the weight between the front and the back leg. Now we don't describe it as a pure 50-50 thing. We say you have to spread the weight in some way, depends on the movement, how much it's spread on the front and the back foot, but there is a spreading of the weight in order to maintain stability. The third part is looking more in detail at how the weight is distributed inside the ski boot. So we say that under the front foot, the whole foot should be pressured inside the ski boot, and not just the toes, and not just the heel. And under the back foot, it should be the toes, under the toes, and the ball of the foot. We are not ballerinas, and we're very unstable if we just pressure like this. And there was a question this morning if we said something about the back of the ski boot here. Obviously we talk about it, but it's not that necessarily criteria. We obviously want to avoid something like this, because automatically if I pressure now like this, I pressure the back of the cuff, and automatically the weight goes onto the toes. And so you get toes to the front of the boot, and you get the forefoot, and you get a position where you're not in a parallel position anymore, which is a very common beginner mistake. So this is why we talk about the whole of the front foot. Finally, there's two more. We think it's really important, and probably more so than in alpine, the muscular tension aspect, because we have one foot in front of our center of mass and one foot behind it. Automatically, I don't have my skis on anymore, but if I don't hold it with muscle strength, the feet will just tend to move apart from each other because one is behind, one is in front. So the importance of stabilizing through muscle here, obviously in your core and in the leg, basically your ass, is really important. Finally, we want the back of the back leg, so the heel, to be lifted up. If you can do all other four without doing that, then you're really good. But basically that's what we say about it. All other movements we talk about, what's very important I think for skiers that come from alpine, is everything that happens on the little toe, the work we do here with the knee to get more edge angle on the inside ski, which is something that's maybe a bit unusual for alpine skiers especially. And so we focus on that, but it's not directly a criteria in our telemark manual. So this is a little technical aspect that is kind of the foundation of what we do when we're telemarking. But in general, the rest is fairly free, and we're looking at having fun through learning movement and try to get the spirit of telemarking in our courses. Thanks a lot. There's questions?
There must be questions.
What was that last factor again? Criteria here. The last one? It was just that the back leg, the heel needed to be lifted
Elevated.
up. Yeah, it seemed obvious. You're alpine skier. Correct. No other
Everybody
questions?
wants to go for a beer, huh?
I see. Yeah.
All right.
Good.
That's also part. Typologies. Thanks for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Stop.